This MCQ again on half-lives or nuclei, we can say, is from NEST 2015 question 13. The activity of two radioactive nuclei Q and R is plotted on a semi-log graph. The half-life and decay constant of Q and R are tau Q lambda Q and tau R lambda respectively. The plot implies that the symbol means approximately equal to option A, tau Q is approximately equal to tau R, and lambda Q is greater than lambda R, tau Q greater than tau R and lambda Q less than lambda R, tau Q is approximately equal to tau R and lambda Q is approximately equal to lambda R, tau Q is less than tau R and lambda Q is greater than lambda R. Okay, so here is the graph, and on the y-axis we have got log of activity to the base 10, and on the x-axis we have got time t in years. Okay? Acha. Now let us also note the relation between half-life and decay constant, right? Half-life, just now just use tau, is ln2 by lambda. Okay, so tau into lambda is equal to ln2. So if one is greater, then the other one has to be smaller. Okay, if we take the tau into lambda product. Okay. Okay. Now let us look at the equations. Okay, let us look at the equations. Fine, let's look at the equations. Let's first find out the coordinates of this point. 0, 6. It's a semi-log graph, mind you. So on x-axis the scale is linear, and on the y-axis the scale is logarithmic. Okay. And what will be the coordinates of this point? X is 40. See, now y coordinate is not 0, it is 3. Now if I zoom in, this is 10 raised to 3. Okay, this is 10 raised to 3, which basically means that the y coordinate of this point is not 0, but it is 3. Okay, so have you understood that? How we found out the coordinates of this point? Of okay, of that line Q. Yes, got it? Yes or no? Okay, now can you people tell me what will be the coordinates of this point R, or well, this point on R? What will be its x coordinate? 40. And what will be its y coordinate? 4, correct. Let's go to this point now. What will be its x coordinate? 0. And its y coordinate will be 5. Okay, its y coordinate will be 5. Okay. Now can we find out the equations of the two lines? Let us go for Q first. Y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, that is the slope, into x minus x1. So x. Now x is t. Okay, and what will be the equation for line R? Y minus y1 okay, y2 minus y1, y minus 4, so 1 upon x2 minus x1, so negative 40 into t. Okay, raise your hands if you have understood this, how we found out the equations. Please don't take a minus 6, it's not that. Okay, although the equation is of a straight line, we know it is not of a straight line if we don't consider it on a semi-log graph. Okay. Okay, now let us go for okay, what can we do now? Okay, let's go for log of a equal to, so that will be 6 minus 3t by 40, and here log of a would be 5 minus t by 40. Okay, 5 minus t by 40. So what will be a? A will be 10 raised to 6 minus 3t by 40. Here a would be 10 raised to 5 minus t by 40. Okay. Now we know that 10 is actually e raised to ln 10. Okay. Therefore a is equal to e raised to ln 10 into 6 minus 3t by 40, and here a is e raised to ln 10 into 5 minus t by 40. Okay, now look, if we don't consider, rather if we ignore the constant part, because that constant part is just going to give us the initial activity and we don't care about that, right? I mean, even if we did, it would be just 10 raised to 6, and now what matters is this one, e raised to negative t into e raised to negative into 3 ln 10 upon 40, that will be lambda a, and here it will be what, 10 raised to 5 into e raised to negative t into ln 10 by 40. Raise your hands if you understood this. Now this is for q, so what will be lambda q? Lambda q will be ln 10 into 3 by 40, and lambda r will be just ln 10 by 40, right? Lambda r, sorry, let me use blue. Lambda r will be simply ln 10 by 40. So which value is greater? Lambda q is greater than lambda r. Lambda q is greater than lambda r. And can we say anything about tau q and tau r? Okay, we have to say option D is right, because we have already noted the inverse relationship which tau and lambda share. Okay, so if lambda q is greater than lambda r, then tau q has to be less than tau r. Okay, raise your hands if you have understood this MCQ. Okay, cool. Now let us just find the values. 3 ln 10 upon 40 and by dividing this by 3 you will get that. Now 0.057 is definitely not equal to this. Okay, now let's find the half-lives. Okay, let's first find it out for R. (12). Okay, now for this, how much would it be? ln 2 upon 0.17269. Now, well, can we take 4 to be approximately equal to 12? Definitely not in this case, right? So half-life of Q is smaller than half-life of R. Option D. Okay, now we have justified our option.